I'm literally so in love with it. I think it's one of my favourite makeup looks that I've ever created, and oh my god. And this video was also really exciting for me to film because I based it around the new MannyMUA Makeup Geek palette. Oh my god, I am so thrilled to be having this right now. Basically, MannyMUA partnered up with Makeup Geek to create a palette. In this palette there's already 3 existing Makeup Geek shades, which are Manny's personal favourites, and then there's also 6 brand new shades exclusive to this palette, so it is limited edition, so get your hands on it as soon as you can. I know that it's not going to be released until the 24th of February, but I will have a link down below as soon as possible when it is available, because you guys need this palette in your life. This video is not sponsored, by the way. I just love the fact that he has partnered up with like my favourite ever makeup brands, like one of my favourite YouTubers and Instagrammers partnered up with like my favourite makeup brands. Like, holy crap, I'm so excited. But here's just a little close-up of all the colours, and as you can see, oh my god, like these ones especially, and like just the whole thing, in fact, is just absolutely gorgeous. So this is the little box it came in, and this is the palette, and it's all just so beautiful. I love you, Manny. Like, well done for this, because it is actually heavenly. So I basically created this eye look and paired it with this lip colour as well, and obviously if you don't like this lip colour you can obviously switch it up, but I think this goes really nicely together and it would be really nice for like a party makeup look. And yeah, so don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoy it, and I will see you in my next one. Oh no, I'll see you in a second actually. Okay, so the very first thing I'm going to do is take my Sleek Makeup Fair Kissed Illuminator in Monaco. And normally if you just wanted to look quite subtle, you could just put it on like the highest points of your face, like your cheekbones, your forehead and stuff like that. But because I just love being completely bronzed up, I just love putting it everywhere, because it will act as a primer as well, to make my makeup go a lot smoother. And then for my foundation, I think I'm going to use the Makeup Studio foundations, the one in the little pots, and I have 3 of them here. So I think I'm going to use, I'm not too sure what shade to use. It's either between Warm Beige, which is like this colour. Actually, I think I might use Warm Beige in fact, because I do want to take quite a lot of pictures after this look, so I want my face to look really tan. So I'm going to be using the Makeup Studio foundation in the shade Warm Beige, and this is the Face It Light cream foundation. What I'm going to do with this is just take my Zoeva Definer Buffer Brush and just swirl it in foundation, and I've actually really been loving these recently. They literally provide the highest coverage. What I'm doing is I'm just kind of blending it downwards on my face, and as you can see my neck is a lot darker like than my face, just because I do self tan. And excuse the tan on my hands, it's going to be a bit like funny because I need to like bleed it all off. But what I like to do with this is just first of all start by kind of blending it down into my skin. As you can see, look how nice and flawless my face looks compared to my head. And then what I'm doing is just doing a couple of down my head, and literally whenever you rub your brush in, it just all goes into all the bristles on your brush. You get like a really even coverage under your skin. And you're able to get this from the Makeup Pro store in Belfast, and I would say the Newry or Londonderry one as well. So whenever I have that done, I like to take my damp beauty blender just to kind of get off any of the excess product, just because I don't really like to have it kind of sitting thick under my skin. So I just basically dab it all over my skin just to make sure it's completely blended out. So for my concealer, I'm actually going to be taking the Maybelline Fit Me concealers. I have this one in the shade 10 and this one in the shade 15. What I'm going to do with shade 15 is just use it to highlight my skin. I've literally been loving this concealer so much recently. It just makes your under eyes look so radiant and healthy, like really nice. I really love this, like the feeling of this concealer, and it's like provides really good coverage, but feels quite like thin on the skin too, so it's not cakey at all. And again, it's also really inexpensive, which is also a massive plus. And then I'm just taking the one in the shade 10 just to provide some extra coverage like on my cheek and on some blemishes that I have and around my nose, because I get quite like red around my nose. I'm so excited to film this video. Like the palette that I'm going to be using in today's video, like this whole video is just going to be based around the MannyMUA palette that Makeup Geek launched, like in collaboration with them. And oh my god, when it arrived in the mail I was like, what the hell, because I work with Makeup Geek and would get like quite a lot of the new releases and stuff, but because I thought it was from like MannyMUA, I would never thought of receiving it, and when I did I was like, what the hell? And then when I opened the package, this little like note came out, and Manny actually wrote this to me and said love Manny at the end, and I was so happy. I was like calling my mum and dad, and I was like, oh my god, this actually means like so much to me. Like it's crazy that he actually knows who I am. Like he's so amazing. If you don't follow him already, definitely go check him out. Like it's absolutely amazing. So now that I have all that on my skin, I'm just going to set my skin. So what I'm going to use is, I'm actually going to try this new powder here, and this is actually from Inglot, and I'm actually trying out quite a lot of new products today. And this is the Inglot HD Illuminating Loose Powder. And I have a few other powders to try today. I have their Sparkling Dust, which I'm going to use as their highlight, and then this kind of like to set my face or even just my under eyes. But it's like one of those powders which is like clear but then has like a little bit of shimmer through it. So I'm going to take a little bit of this on my brush. And by the way guys, I have like everything in front of me, so if you're wondering why I'm kind of like reaching down like this area, then that's why. So it comes with a little like powder thing, and these literally remind me of Patrick Star when he's just like, he has a big massive one and he's just like boom boom, and like it looks so satisfying when he does it. Oh my God. So I'm going to take some of this. It has like a little sticky thing on it, so I'm just going to kind of like bang my brush in, and it seems really like loose, like finely milled, which is good. So I'm going to actually just put this under my eyes, see what it looks like. I'm going to do one eye first just to see like the difference. I think it's actually done a really good job of brightening, as you can see, like in here especially. It's a lot more brighter than in that side. Bring it down kind of low under my cheek, just to act as like a highlight too. Oh my God, it's actually giving my skin like a little bit of radiance under my eyes. So now what I'm going to do now is just go ahead and fill in my eyebrows with my Illamasqua Brow Cake, and then I'll be back. I'm just going to carve them out as well a little bit just so that they're really nice and precise. And then I'll be back soon. Okay guys, so now that I have my eyebrows done, I'm literally so excited for the eyes today. Like, I'm really crazy. And by the way, if you're wondering why my eyebrows are so dark, I did dye them last night, so then when I put my product in them, it's made them like really dark, so just excuse that. So now I'm going to move on to the MannyMUA Makeup Geek palette. Like, excited Jesus. It says this palette can be worn by anyone and everyone regardless of age or race. I wanted to make sure of that. I worked so hard on this palette and I couldn't be happier with the results. MannyMUA Makeup Geek has partnered with a popular beauty vlogger MannyMUA to bring you a limited edition 9-pan custom palette that includes 3 of Manny's favourite existing Makeup Geek shades and 6 brand new exclusive shades. I am so excited. Right, first of all, the packaging. Look how pretty that is. It's like black matte and then has like holographic like silvery stuff on it, and little stars, and like it's just so beautiful. But then the actual palette has this like chevron print and then just like a strip of like Makeup Geek on the back, and then it has like these, like the colour of the chevron is like a really light kind of pinky colour, and then these colours are the colours on the back, and as you can see, so here's like a little close-up of the colours on the back of the palette, and then we just see these colours inside. Look how gorgeous this is. I think this is going to be one of my new favourite go-to eyeshadow palettes because all of these colours are literally like my favourites ever. I'm going to start off by taking Beaches and Cream, which is this top colour, and just kind of buff it in all over my eyelid just to make sure that my eyelids are set in place, to make sure that there's no kind of tackiness going on, and just to make sure that everything blends really smoothly. And then the next colour I'm going to take is this one here, and this is in the shade Sora, which is S-O-R-A, and it's just like the most beautiful like matte medium tone brown. It's really nice. So I'm just taking some of this onto my brush and just running this through the crease of my eye. And I'm also going to take some of this and run it along my lower lash line as well. And then what I'm going to do is take the colour next to it, and this is in the shade Frappe, I think. And again, it's just like a more kind of darker, it's like a shade darker than the centre colour that I just used. And again, I'm just kind of layering this up into the crease just so that I get like a really nice kind of gradual effect. And I also love how this comes with like a really nice big mirror as well. So I'm just kind of layering that up and then just blending up into my brow bone as I go. And then the next colour that I'm going to apply is this one right here, which I'm so excited about. Like, this type of colour is like something that I just needed in my collection, and it's in the shade Mars, and it's like a really kind of like a really just dark red colour. What I'm going to do with this shade is just take a little kind of slimmer blending brush and just place my brush kind of like the colour on its side, and oh my god, look how much this came out like from the tiniest little swipe. What I'm going to do with this again is just kind of run it through my crease, only I'm being kind of more precise with this, and then I'm kind of doing it on the outer corner and then leaving the inner corner just plain of colour, because we do want to go out and apply a more shimmery shade in the centre afterwards. And then again, once you have that bit on the top of your eye, you want to just buff it into the lower part of that. And as you can see, it looks really vampy now, but then when we apply the shimmery colour in the centres, it'll be like really bright looking. Then once you have that done, you just want to take a clean blending brush just to blend out the edges, just to really soften up the edges. So I'm actually going to take this shade here called Armatisse and apply this into my inner corner. Just with my finger, I'm just literally taking some on my finger and just pressing it into the inner corners of my eyes, and this has just really brightened up the whole entire makeup look. And then I'm going to take this colour here, which is in the shade Luna, and this is like a really nice like rosy, champagne-y, mauve colour. And this is actually, I think, one of the foiled finished eyeshadows, because it feels so gorgeous. I'm actually going to take this and just place this right into the center of my eye. And this is kind of going to be like a spotlight eye makeup look, because obviously you have like your spotlight in the middle and then like the darker outer corner, inner corner and crease. And I find the foil finish eyeshadows just apply so much better with your finger, but then equally just with a wet brush, but I don't have any Fix Plus spray out here with me, I don't think. So I'm just going to apply it with my finger. And then when you have that done, you just want to take the brush that you applied that Mars colour on, the really reddy colour, and then you just want to take this and just kind of go through it again. And this will just really diffuse the colour, but you want to make sure you don't kind of touch the shimmer, or else like the whole eye look will become really shimmery. So now what I'm going to do is go ahead and apply my eyelashes, and recently I bought the Fat Lash Mink eyelashes, and these ones are in the shade, well, the style Pretty Little Lashes. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply these and I'll be back in 2 seconds. So to bronze up my skin, I'm going to be taking my Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil bronzer with my MAC 182 brush. I actually want my face to be a little bit more bronzer than this, so I'm actually just going to take the original Chocolate Soleil, not the milk version. So again, I'm just taking the same brush and just kind of putting some more of this just around like my temple area and my hairline, just to kind of give myself a more like tanner. And then for my blush today, I'm going to be taking this MAC blush in the shade Peaches, and it's just a really nice kind of peachy pinky colour. I'm just taking the tiniest bit of this and just putting it onto the apples. Anastasia Beverly Hills, So Hollywood. And I've also really been loving putting like a little bit of highlight on like the tip of my nose. And then for my lips today, I'm going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Veronica liquid lipstick, and this is like a really nice kind of browny, deep mauvey pinky colour. So I'm going to be applying this just without a lip liner today. I loved filming with the new MannyMUA Makeup Geek palette. Like, I actually can't get enough of this. I actually can't stop staring at it. Like, I'm doing swatches of it. All the colours are literally perfect. Like, they're amazing. And this video is not sponsored in any way. I just really want MannyMUA and Makeup Geek to get as enough like recognition as possible, because they deserve it. They're a great company and a great YouTuber and Instagrammer, and I love you both. I love you both. I love you all. So I love you guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.